The harsh truth about success nobody tells you. You have been lied to about success. Everything you have been told work hard, stay in school, follow the rules it's not the full story. There's a brutal truth that nobody tells you, and it's why so many people stay stuck. I will break it down for you. No fluff, just the real deal. Success isn't about luck, talent, or even how hard you work. It's about understanding the game and playing it differently. Let me explain. We have been conditioned to believe that if we just work harder, we'll eventually succeed. But if hard work alone was the key, construction workers and nurses would be the richest people on earth. Hard work is important, but it's not enough. Here's the real formula: success is equal to hard work plus strategy plus leverage. Most people only focus on the first part, hard work. But the real winners understand the second and third elements. Successful people don't just work hard, they work smart. They think differently, they don't follow the crowd, they question everything. They don't just take orders, they create their own path. Take this example. Most people read books to gain knowledge. Successful people, they read books to gain an edge. They look for that one idea that can change the game. Now let's learn about Henry Ford, whose decision to create the assembly line changed everything for him. In the early 1900s, making a car was a slow, tedious process. Every vehicle was assembled piece by piece by skilled craftsmen. But one man, Henry Ford, changed everything. His invention, the assembly line. And it didn't just transform the automobile industry, it revolutionized the world. Before Ford's assembly line, cars were luxury items built one at a time by hand. It took more than 12 hours to assemble a single vehicle, making them expensive and only affordable for the wealthy. Ford had a vision. He wanted to make a car that the average American could afford. But to do that, he needed to build them faster and cheaper. So he looked beyond the automobile industry for inspiration. Ford found his answer in an unlikely place: the meat packing industry. In Chicago's slaughterhouses, workers stood in one place while animal carcasses moved past them on hooks. Instead of workers going to the product came to them. What if we apply the same idea to building cars? Cut to 1913. Factory workers at Ford's Highland Park plant. In 1913, Ford introduced the first moving assembly line for automobiles. Instead of having workers move around to different stations, the cars moved past them on a conveyor belt. Each worker had one specific task, which they repeated over and over. The results were astonishing. The time to build a Model T dropped from 12 hours to just 93 minutes. And because cars could be produced faster, costs plummeted. In 1908, the Model T cost $850. By 1925, thanks to the assembly line, the price had dropped to just $260. For the first time in the history, the middle class could afford automobiles. Ford had achieved his dream, putting America on wheels. But Ford's innovation didn't just change car manufacturing, it transformed industries worldwide. From electronics to food production, the assembly line became the backbone of modern manufacturing. It made goods more affordable, economies more productive, and changed how we live today. Even today, assembly lines remain the foundation of mass production, whether it's building cars, smartphones, or even airplanes. Henry Ford didn't invent the car, but he invented how we make cars. His assembly line turned automobiles from a luxury into a necessity, reshaping the modern world forever. So this story tells us how someone changed their life by just thinking different. The biggest game changer is leverage. Instead of doing everything themselves, successful people use money, time, and technology to work for them. They invest in skills, build systems, and surround themselves with smart people. Want to get ahead? Start asking, how can I multiply my efforts? Instead of trading time for money, think about how you can create something that works even when you're sleeping. So here's the truth: success isn't about grinding yourself to the bone, it's about combining effort with strategy and leverage. If you keep doing what everyone else is doing, you'll keep getting what everyone else gets. But if you start thinking differently, taking risks, and playing the game smarter, that's when the real success happens. In the next video, I'll show you how to reprogram your mind for success, because your mindset is your biggest weapon. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out. Now, go take action.